What I'm up though, guys? It is your favorite auditor's favorite auditor, Audit Them, the one who encourages you to audit them. We are at the Linden Township. This is the latest video live stream that you've seen from about a few days ago, about a week ago. They called the police for no good reason at all, allegedly. Um, we're here now to do a follow-up and figure out if compliance is going to be met today. Hi, ma'am. How's it going? Recording here, audio and video. How are you doing today? I need access to your total amount of operating budget, please. I prefer to stand. So we're going to see how it's going to go down for them today. Hey, Jenny, how's it going? So you see it's a complete different right now. The last time I was in here, I asked for the total amount of operating budget. They called the police. Now I walk in, I do the same exact thing. I ask for the total amount of operating budget. The lady says, give me 1 minute. It's essential for follow-ups. Not only is it essential for follow-ups, it's essential for litigation. Hey, Shaggy Hippie, how's it going? Oh, we got everybody in the building right now. Yeah, let me grab one of these business cards to let you guys know where I'm at. Oh, it looks like they removed all the business cards off the counter. Well, here's where I'm at right here. Linden Township. I'm trying to see if they got any address or contact. I don't see it right now. Remember, this is where that Polish, what's his name, deputy sheriff came out over here, and he started running his cops lane. Europe, Belgium is watching. Hello there, Belgium. Speaking about Belgium, I know this fool that lives in Belgium that's setting himself up for failure. One of the little trolls online. He's going to be tied to some nasty stuff from Belgium. Australia on site, audit them, the people's champ, says Big Ski. Yeah. Thank you so much. So you see another thing that's something required to be displayed prominently. Look how much longer it's going to take these people. Linden Township. They might be on the phone right now calling the police again. So here's where I'm at right here. Here's the hours of operation. Operation. Rules of operation. So do you guys see the smoke outside, the clouds outside? There's some wildfires allegedly from Canada, and it's spreading through Michigan, through Chicago, etc., etc. Do you guys smell the smoke in your side of the town? So they have a mission statement for third-party companies, but the actual township, it appears that they're still concealing theirs. No, I'm not here for FOIA. I'm here to inspect the total amount of operating budgets required to be displayed prominently at the public body.
Put that for you, this one's
Sure, thank you. Yeah, last time I was here, Last time I was here, I asked the same thing. They did not produce it. Instead, they concealed it and called the police.
Okay, I got it for you. Just one second.
Global warming, says Leon. You know, it comes to my attention that it might be somebody from another state that had phoned the police, and I'm waiting on to hear that person's voice because I'm gonna press criminal charges and hold that individual liable because that individual is going around sending emails saying things about me that are not true. So I'm gonna hem that person up. I already know who that person is. I'm just letting them keep digging, digging, digging the well deeper. Um, because they're gonna have to drink a cup of water for all that digging they're doing. They're digging the well, so they're gonna have to drink water and take a chill pill. Guys, go ahead and make sure you hit the thumb up with this, man. Match these views with these thumb ups because we're not just gonna continue doing this auditing stuff. Now with bad actors, we're gonna haul them into the court. Hi, ma'am. Okay, yeah, I just need so the total amount of operating budget is this,
There's three different ones. So we have
yes,
three different levies that we file.
sure,
Or budgets that we file, sorry. This one includes all of these funds that we have.
okay,
Then this one is for the road and highway.
yes.
And then this is our sewer and water operating budget.
I hear you, ma'am. And this is what I wanted to take a look at. There's a couple of reasons why, because it's required to be displayed. So that just doesn't require time for staff to go back and forth to try to produce this. Um, I was gonna ask you for additional items to inspect. I see it on your second page, the block diagram,
Mhm.
which is this right here. Uh, is it usually, are you the administrator or clerk?
I'm a deputy clerk.
Deputy clerk,
Yes.
okay, great. I'm recording here and I'm live. But isn't it usually that the block diagram is supposed to have the residents at the top?
The residents at the top.
Yeah,
I-
or like the
I'm unaware
taxpayers?
of that, but I'm happy to include that on there.
Oh, okay, great, great. So other than that, ma'am, there are other things that are required to be displayed prominently. Um, every township differs from their mission statement. So your mission statement would have your own select wording. Is it displayed somewhere prominently here?
We have it here on the page, our mission statement, and it is on our website.
Oh, the first line, here it is. Yeah, Linden Township is your mission statement. Okay. Now, what about designations of your, are you the FOIA officer?
Yes.
Oh, FOIA officer designation and contacts, that's required to be displayed as well. Is that somewhere in there?
It is not in this, no, but we're absolutely happy to add that on there.
Okay, I need to inspect that. That's required to be furnished immediately. Is that something you have at your fingertips?
Not right here, I can go back and add it to this and redo the booklet, I'm happy to do that for you.
So as of right now, it's being concealed?
It's not on there, no.
It's concealed, okay. Um, you see, when I'm looking through these monies, ma'am, I'm see you're dealing with $9 million and some odd change. We have to factor in risk management because there's a reasonable expectation of litigation that has been preserved here, has been created. So now we got to start digging into the monies. But anyhow, ma'am, another thing that's required to be furnished immediately is the separate locations, which are right here as well. Yes, ma'am. Here's your approximate number of full-time and part-time employees. That's another requirement. Under Section 3.5 of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act, it requires the FOIA officer shall develop a list of documents or categories that the public body shall furnish immediately, shall disclose upon request. It's a list to help out the requesters identify what's
What type of documents? you
type
have?
of documents.
Okay.
Yeah, is that a list you do have
I
accessible?
don't believe that we have a list like that, but again, I'm more than happy to get that,
Yeah, because you see, the law states that the FOIA officer shall develop and create that list. How long has that list not been developed?
I was appointed the FOIA officer, I think, last year, so.
Last
yeah.
year, okay. So it's possible that that record, are you the designated or
Yes.
designee?
Designated FOIA officer.
Do you have designees in here?
I don't believe that we have anybody else as
Okay.
a designee, other than maybe our clerk. I think by law, she's
Yeah.
FOIA officer.
So I wanted to backtrack now and figure out how many years has it been that this public body failed to comply with section 3.5 requiring the FOIA officer to create and develop that list? Is it fair that the FOIA officer collect their check every 2 weeks for the past 5, 10 years without developing that? You know, it's basically like saying the FOIA officer has a duty to comply 100%, but they're collecting 100% of their check by not complying with that FOIA stuff.
The FOIA officer position is unpaid.
No, it's not unpaid, ma'am. It's all funded by the taxpayers. Nothing is free.
Correct, but I
Yeah.
don't do that, I don't have that position with compensation.
Okay, ma'am, that's all factors into your compensation, ma'am, because it's not something that people just off the whim maintain these records just without a collection or without a fee. And it is calling for the requirement. Let's just say your claim, you don't collect money for FOIA. Does that excuse you from not creating a requirement such as the documents of categories?
No, I'm happy to
Yeah.
comply with anything that needs to be complied with.
Okay, great,
Absolutely.
I hear you, ma'am.
I was just clarifying that I'm not paid for that position.
That's very odd, ma'am. How long do you think it would take to maybe make that record available? Would you like to see the statute, or are you familiar with that language?
No, I'm happy to, I can have it done by the end of today, probably.
Oh, okay, great. And you would also update the packet, which include do you have fees allowable under section 6 in here?
For the copying of the FOIAs?
Well, fees under the section 6 of the FOIA Act lays it out, and it's required for you to display that as well. Is that in that packet?
The fees for FOIAs are not there, I'll display it on our website and on the form that we have for FOIA.
Okay, it's required to be at the public body, ma'am. So here we're missing the fees allowable under section 6. We are also missing does it have your advisory body on there?
Our board,
Yeah,
it has the board here, I don't have a list of the board members.
that's another requirement, ma'am. Yeah, so that. Would I be able to have a copy of this?
Sure.
Thank you.
I believe that this is over 50 pages though.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
you'd like to, I'm
Yeah.
happy also to give this to you by electronic format.
I
which
hear you,
then would
ma'am.
be
Um, Yeah, if you could go ahead up until the 50-page point and then let me know what's the rest, we'll figure that out.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta start digging through the monies here. We gotta start digging through these monies. You gotta pay me 25 cents for opening the door for you.
Oh, it's real lucky outside for a man trying so
You
hard.
see that? You see the smoke? You see the
Yeah.
smoke?
Have a good day.
Alrighty. So you see their attitude is completely changed now. We also captured some new information. She's telling me that she is the FOIA officer, but she doesn't get paid for FOIA. I doubt that. I doubt that. Secret Spot says anybody who calls the cops instead of doing their job must be fired immediately. Well, there's a conflict of interest here, Mr. Secret, is that the last time that we were here, the Polish police officer, the deputy sheriff, he came out and he said that the manager back there was complaining at the pantry. So that means, obviously, an employee called the police. But from a further investigation, it comes to my attention that there was potentially 2 phone calls to the police. One from that employee, which is, I think, Cook County's right next door, and another online tortfeasor picked up the phone and made a false police report, which is I'm going to pursue, because whoever's sitting back there on their computer and lying on my name, they're not going to get far, because I'm far more, what is the word called, organized on knowing what these people are up to, man. It's not gonna work out for them. Calling the cops for what? Until we get that person's voice, we're gonna find it out. We're gonna find it out. I know exactly who the person is. I know exactly who the person is. But you see, here's all overall what we're looking at here is that we're here to get things done. We don't just go into these auditing buildings for no purpose. We come in here to build a well, better off community back and forth between the constituents and the people. You know, the people and the taxpayers, et cetera, et cetera. Anytime I walk into one of these government agencies, you see I'm in here for a reason. If maybe the first time we don't get things done, the second time we get things done. That's not good enough because the third time is going to be litigation now. You folks should have complied from the first time. Now I'm just building up steps so we can move forward for litigation. No problem. Yes, ma'am.
There's 70 pages total. So
70 pages total.
15 cents a page, it would be $3.
$3, okay. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and I should tender that $3 so I could walk out with a receipt. But see, I might have to run out and so yeah, let's just do the 50 pages for now.
50 pages?
Yep.
Is there particular pages that you don't want? I mean, there's the budget, the levy, there's,
Yeah, the main thing I'm looking at, ma'am, I like to narrow down, so I notice your account numbers are here, that's perfect for me. If we couldn't keep all of that intact,
the budgets.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe we could remove the levy. Yeah,
Do you want just all of that, or you want a portion
you
of
could
it?
remove the entire
Remove
levy,
the
yeah,
levy? Okay.
that should be good enough like that.
And these are on our website as well.
I hear you, ma'am.
So if you, I'm just saying, if you need a copy of them, they're also available there.
You know, sometimes what I like to do, ma'am, is I like to underline and highlight things on paper,
I agree with you.
and sometimes it hurts my eye to look at a computer screen for a little bit of time.
Sure.
But yeah, this should be fine. I'm not sure if you were here about a week ago. There was an incident that took place. Are you familiar with the police got involved?
I heard that there was someone here requesting the FOIA information, and I
Yeah.
was not here, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There was some police involved, and there was a employees were just all throwing their hands up, refusing to identify. Simply ask for the employee's name, which a government employee usually has the duty to reveal this type of transparent information. But now, as far as your township supervisor, is he or she available now to speak with?
They are here. They might be at one of our senior functions. I'm not sure if they're in the building, but I can definitely ask if.
Yeah, please. I'd like to speak with one of the staff in that regard about the incident that took place last time, because like I said, there's preservation right now. Expectation of litigation has been created.
One moment.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And if you will, please send one of your business cards with that staff member. Thank you. And let me ask you guys, do you guys want me to expose the individual who called the police here? Do you want me to show that individual's image and the details on the false claims about me, the harassment? Do you guys want me? Because really, if you guys want to see that, I have no problem exposing that individual, because I'm going after that individual for criminal charges. I'm not going to play around. I'm really not going to play around. So do you guys want, let's hem that individual up? We can't hem that individual up. That individual already hemmed theirself up. Let me open the door for the old lady. Opening doors today.
Oh, how nice. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
They're closed?
No, they should be open.
Oh.
Should be open, yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you want me to start exposing these people, and for the stuff they have been incriminating themselves with? You just let me know. You ask for it and I'll do it. Um, that was yesterday. No, it was not yesterday. And you see, here's another scary thing is what I'm not going to say, but we'll just save it for another time. I think the live stream had glitched out. I'm unable to see your comments now. Linda Township. Do you really think talking to a township supervisor is going to rectify the issue? We have to exhaust remedies, my friend. We have to exhaust remedies. We have to exhaust remedies. For example, if the employee comes and walks up to me right now, there's going to be a communication, right? Let's hear what's said and let's see what's received. Let's take it one step at a time. Yeah, Drake, if you look at one of the latest live streams, you would watch the live stream on how the police came in. The police did not want to have anything to do with me because I was pointing my finger saying that the employees are in violation of the law. The employees, they don't want to hear that. I mean, the police don't want to hear that. The police know that if they did come and interview me, I might talk their ear off. That's what might happen. I might talk their ear off. Hi. That shirt looks like the original 13 colonies. So yeah, if you look at one of my latest videos, you will find a live stream from this agency. I also did record on body camera, which is very clear quality. I think I shot it in 4K, maybe 1080. But I will be also releasing the static video as well. So here we are. We came and looked at their budget. Their budget is a little in the $9 million range. So out of that, I mean, what's going to cost them to pay out risk management, to pay out for potential, well, they got to answer, basically. They have to answer. And there's some new tips, there's some new things that I got into play right now that's just going to, we'll talk about that later. Well, I don't want to say too much. So let me ask you guys again, press the number 1 in the comment section below if you want me to completely show you the image of the person allegedly who called the police when I was here last time. If you guys want that, if you guys want me to continue exposing criminals, go ahead and hit the number 1 on my live stream, because whoever called and phoned the police did a criminal act, and it's not a one-off. I have been conducting an investigation on that individual. Because that individual is affiliated with a criminal. So, man, I'm telling you, man, these people don't see what's coming. Legalese. Stefan said okay. Leon said okay. Yeah, all right. So I guess we have to work that up, huh? We should just go ahead and wait until we receive a copy of the actual police phone call, so that way I could draft up the criminal complaint go ahead for criminal charges and civil litigation because my intentions are to initiate a lawsuit against that individual um, separately and tie that individual up to the other criminal offenses taking place by that person's leader.
Can I get a, garage sale permit here?
Hey, Freeman Liberty 2026. How's it coming?
1019 West Mandale Avenue.
See, like I said, these folks are playing with $9 million. So out of this $9 million, how much resources did they waste with that police call here? How much? $15,000. So let's go ahead and subtract 9 million minus the 15,000. Where are we at now? Let's go ahead and subtract what a jury would say.
For Saturday and Sunday?
And you see, that's the beautiful and lovely thing is that if you think I'm joking around and I'm playing and I'm not serious about what I do and I'm not serious about honesty and truth, you're fooling yourself. "5%," says Leonard. Here's what's coming down the pike. You're going to continue to watch auditors get the rights violated. You're going to continue to watch auditors start GoFundMes. You're going to continue to watch my channel capturing government employees not compliant, violating the law. Additionally, you're going to start seeing my channel getting permission from the courts to record in the courtroom. That's what you're going to see my channel coming about. You're going to see my channel getting permission. I'm going to ask the chief judge if I have permission to record in the court. Because I want to be able to you folks already say I've been teaching the people, right? I taught so many viewers, on top of so many viewers about what's right. So many government employees were taught that they were in the wrong and they had to become right. They had to spend money. So with no money, there's no honey. And now in this case, with no litigation, they keep violating. So in order to fix the violation, there has to be litigation. Like I said, the auditors, sure, they would continue to do GoFundMes because they will get paid. The auditors are going to do GoFundMe for $3,000, $4,000. I'm going to do a GoFundMe for $650 a piece. The auditor and his attorney, they're not going to tell you nothing about the case. Here on this channel, once we start getting in that foot, we're going to know every process. We're going to teach the people on the entire circle. The entire circle.
Oh, okay. Do you know if there's gonna be like, do they do like a community sale?
Here we got a criminal today that showed up in a criminal court hearing where the judge told him that he's facing a criminal misdemeanor, subject up to 365 days in jail. Do you think that person's going to learn? No, until he gets arrested. Because he's sitting on the internet violating the law behind his keyboard and he thinks that he's allowed to do that. He's going to be the downfall of his followers. And within 3 days, there's going to be messages and emails sent out that his followers are going to take a downfall for his actions. There's going to be 15 individuals that are going to get their jobs contacted about what they have been engaged in. Within 3 days, you're gonna see 15 individuals. Their jobs are gonna receive a portfolio of criminal affiliation. That these people are sitting behind a keyboard and a computer screen, violating the law, trying to talk about my work like my work is not beneficial. That's far from the truth, man. And as of right now, since that individual got warned about a misdemeanor, now tomorrow we go and update the counts. So the next hearing, it's going to potentially be felony charges. You folks sit back and watch and wait. No, that's not my intention. Sure, exposing, yeah, but if they commit crimes, they get themselves in hot water. They get themselves charged. They get themselves charged, man. I would just have to document the evidence. These people are so out of touch with reality. They give us everything we need, right? They're blatant. They are blatant. Hey, public press. At the end of the day, we have to just be kind to one another. We have to be, what's the word? Calm and collective, easy going. It's easy for folks to throw their hands up and make a fool out of themselves and act like they don't care, but then eventually that'll come back and bite them because they have to care. They get paid to care. How is a person getting collected a check and don't shows no care? So just like the conversation I had with the FOIA officer right now, she told me 3 items are missing. Are they concealed? So now we need to know the intentions behind that concealment. Is it willful? Is it negligent? Is it active? Is it passive? You gotta look that stuff up. It's all available. It's all available. Administration.
The township supervisor is at an event and then he has meetings the rest of the day.
At an event and has meeting for the rest of the day. So who's the next person? Head?
Of the township or in regards to FOIA?
No, the township.
The township.
Yeah.
Do you want the township administrator?
Sure.
Okay, let me go see if they're available.
Thank you, ma'am. Township administration. Township administration. And you see, let me tell you guys this. One of the stalkers, what he did just yesterday is he put up a picture of my sister when she was 13 years old, and he's claiming that she's hot looking for 13 years old. You see, with these sick people out there, that's why with his comments, I'm going to associate him with all these other people. I found out an employee working for a government agency out somewhere in Virginia. She is collaborating with this devil that's saying about things, sexual things about my sister when she's 13 years old. So that I'm going to send out an email to that government agency, including an image and the comments left behind by one of their employees. If the employee gets fired, that's not my question. But they are to be unaware that they are aiding and abetting a criminal who got a criminal criminal case against him, who was warned by the judge earlier today, and that she's associating with him. So I'm going to send out about 20 of those emails. Now is the time. Now is the time I've been waiting for. You're going to see 15, 20 people on the internet crying because their sexual comments and criminal comments are going to be next to their face. Y'all see that? You thought about getting a job at some point? Well, they claim they wanted to make me a FOIA officer, but that's probably on the table. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, a lot of people are telling me that, man. You should go ahead and get that job, become a FOIA officer. Kevin Schultz. See, people like Kevin Schultz, we mark them down on a list so we could identify these people, so we could extract all their comments. So we find out they work for the government too. We'll tie them into a criminal organization. Kevin Schultz. I got a devil by the name of Schultz. He sent me a message discussing things, criminal stuff. His last name is Schultz. I'll show you guys those emails when the time is ready. A devil. You guys would be so disgusted about the emails that the guy Schultz sent me. When I look up that word Schultz, sounds like shit. Well, it matches actually the emails that the guy sent me. It matches clearly.
I'm here to hold table for our now.
Like I said, man, my entire channel has been about being truthful, you know, having communication with other parties, finding out the right from the wrong, interactions with the local governments, building up communities, all that stuff. He wants you to be dependent on an employer. Yeah, I hear you, public press. Good for Mr. Kevin Schultz. Kevin Shits. Now, how does this sound for you? The criminal who made a comment about my sister just yesterday, about a 13-year-old, and that is the image that he shared. How does it sound when I start putting pictures of his followers next to his voice, saying these disgusting things? That's all coming down the pipe, man. We're going to tie these people up to them criminal actions. Lufoy574 says, are you planning to make a whole video about the incident that you have been dealing with, like a documentary style with all the evidence? Yeah, that is true. Besides all of that, like I said, I want to step the channel up, because already for the past 6 years, how many folks have I already taught? How many monies have been spent on compliance from these agencies? Look at, let's for example, using Oakton Community College. They had to spend at least under $10,000 in glass bulletins, just so they could show themselves off and go ahead and comply later and display everything. They had to spend money. Spending money is not good enough. I don't just need non-compliance and then compliance. No, we need the middle factor too. There's non-compliance and then there's compliance. There still has to be an answer for the willful non-compliance and malfeasance in the first place. So yeah, there's going to be a big documentary, man. Just look at my about section. The documentary is going to carry on from my about section on my channel. 20 plus examples in there showing you time and time and time again who's in the right, who's in the wrong. And like I said, since my channel has already always been about education, we went through phase 1 of education, which is dealing with public agencies and their contempt behavior. But now phase 2 on my channel is to start now bringing the districts in. whether that be the federal district, the local courthouses. Now we need depositions. We need to actually bring these employees on the stand. The employees have to really get up on the stand and speak now. And I want to be able to show the world that the people, by ourselves, with the knowledge, we can handle these things. It's not good enough for Long Island just to bring his attorney here and there and do these things for him. Right now, I want Long Island Audit himself to learn these things himself and start showing these things back and forth himself. The same thing with any other auditor, man. Like I said, nothing is free. Pay costs to play. Oh, look, Cook County Sheriff just pulled up. Good. Cook County Deputy Sheriff just pulled up, and they got a little deputy's office next door. We might have to go and see if we could see that Polish deputy once again. Interview him. So what's actually happening right now is they're actually back there watching the live stream and just probably wasting time. That's a wonderful thing because the internet browsing history will pop up. We'll verify that. Subpoenas will pop up. All that good stuff will pop up. Why is the sheriff there? They have a sheriff department right next door, like a little office. It just might be that the sheriffs are just pulling up to regular business. Might not have anything to do with what I got going on here, but who knows? Time will tell. Here goes the highway commissioner. Oh, and we got to talk about P. Kicker, the good bootlicker that's in the background watching. P. Kicker is another person who's been hiding behind the keys, defaming me in the comment section, putting up a bunch of stuff in the comment section. And look, just consider that person's career finalized. Hi, how's it going? Nice hairstyle. That looks good on you.
Oh, thank you.
Do I need to make an appointment to see Mr. Salgado?
Let's take a step outside for a couple seconds. Yeah, there's a lot of smoke, man. It looks like the smoke has now escalated. It smells like the smoke has now escalated. The little police Department right now. We're gonna walk into it right now. Let's go to the little sheriff department. There goes the veteran affair man.
Hello.
Come on, Depp, open up this door.
How you doing?
Hey, Depp, how's it going?
How are you?
I wanted to speak with some
I gotta get my
supervisor.
camera. We're gonna
Sure.
talk.
Oh. Alrighty. Nice AC in here. He has to go get his camera. Yeah. Audio fine? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, there was a deputy here last time, heavy accent Polish guy. You know who I'm talking about. I wanted to see if he's available now to speak with.
I'm just working here.
Yeah.
That gentleman over there.
There was an issue that took place last time. There was some records being concealed, total amount of operating budget from the township.
Has nothing to do with the township, man. This is just our substation.
Yeah.
We locate out of here so we don't have to come all the way from here.
Right.
Do you know what time it was approximately?
Yeah, it was around 3 p.m.
Should come up on that time.
around that time. Okay, well,
Yeah,
anyhow,
we should be good because shifts change.
yeah. CC Sheriff Department here has a high lieutenant on duty,
I'm not sure. I'm breaking apart.
or oh yeah, yeah. So other than that, man, the only thing I wanted to see if the gentleman was here because I wanted to ask him a couple questions. But
I come back in the afternoon shift.
around that time, yeah, yeah. All right, thank you.
Good. And what,
Yeah.
your name is?
My name's George.
George.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Oh, okay,
Have a
George.
good day.
You too, bud.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yes, sir. No, I'm not going to ask too many questions right now. Someone said jellyfish. I hope he never becomes a FOIA auditor or FOIA officer. Body cam, belly cam, one. All right, I'm back. Man, it's smelling bad out there, man. Too much smoke. So, ma'am, I wanted to ask you, since the last time I was here, have you been had any communication with staff in regard to my visit? Or the items that I was looking for? No comment. Okay. One follow-up question, ma'am. Do you believe the individual who made the police call, whether it was an employee here or someone from out of state, do you believe that it was warranted to call the police when I was asking for your budget? No comment. I guess the really final question is, under deposition, if possible, like courts, would your opinion change, or would you have an opinion at that time? No comment. Thank you so much, ma'am. Veterans Affair. No comment, yeah? I asked her question A. Ma'am, question A. No comment. Ma'am, question B. Do you have an answer? No comment. Ma'am, question C. Do you have an answer? No comment. No problem. Yeah. I asked this pretty straightforward question. I said, me coming in here asking for your total amount of operating budget, did that warrant an emergency? Did that warrant police presence? I don't think it does. Mike says, I stood around my Park District office for 6 hours yesterday and was asked to leave, people telling me I am a... Oh, wow. What was that all about? What were you there doing, Mr. Mike? Well, menacing has a definition. You're saying they claimed you were menacing. Menacing has a definition. Every state it's different. In the state of Ohio, menacing is when someone sits behind a computer and thinks they're untouchable and is going to be facing felony charges for harassing people behind a computer. That's menacing in Ohio. Menacing in your state, I'm not sure what it's defined as. But when you sit around and you start making threats on the internet thinking you're untouchable, that's menacing. I had a guy say in a statement, he said that they need to throw him in the lake and hold him in there. That's a death threat. That's menacing. Food Toy, how's it going? Long time. Food Toy been on my channel, I think, since day 2 or day 3. Okay, let's ask a question that cannot be refused. Do you know the ETA on the manager? I'm waiting on speak with the one of the higher ups. Do you know how long that'll take? Leiden Township. Hey, Mr. Shorts, you're still in here? What else do you want to say, Mr. Kevin Shorts? Oh, they're coming? Sure. Ma'am, the township here, the budget is about 9.5 million. No, I know you don't know, ma'am, but it's best that staff be aware of these type of things. It's 9 million and some odd change. So that means it would be easy for the township. Well, let me not say. Laughly is asking, have you already requested the 911 calls? Yes, I have. And that's just going to be an additional exhibit because the individual who called 911 is already at about exhibit J. I already have exhibit A against that individual, exhibit B, exhibit C. I'm already at about exhibit J. Yes, ma'am.
The administrators are at the event that we have going on today. They said that this is the information for our township attorney.
Okay.
That if you'd like to speak with him, you can give him a call. I have my business card for you.
Okay.
It is old, so the title is different, but I didn't want to reprint them. I have too many of them.
Okay. This attorney right here, he's a fool because he conceals public records, which is probably worse than a fool. He's probably committing crimes. But I already know that attorney from a different public agency, so that's why I rather call him a fool. But anyways, ma'am, I don't want to speak with a fool, nor am I required to speak with a third-party attorney. I rather just speak with the administrator. If they're not here today, how would we go about maybe setting up an appointment?
If you wanna call, I'm not in charge of their calendar, but if you wanna call in, I guess that would be the best way to set it up with them. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
We probably have business cards.
Do you know why I
here.
call this guy a fool? Is because he was concealing public records, and then eventually he ended up complying and displaying everything. So why make a fool out of himself the first time when he had no reason to do such a thing? And then when he corrects himself, he offers no apology. He says nothing publicly statements. Maybe we could find something in their internal records to find out how much money they spent to fix those things up. But that's what a fool does. A fool is someone who does not comply with the law when they get paid to do so. That's why I'm calling him a fool. Maybe he's not a fool no more, but at that time he was a fool. So other than that, ma'am, yeah, a lot of goofies in the space. But administrator's not here. How about the clerk?
The township clerk is at the event.
At the event as well, okay. And that event is taking place right now. I gotta go take my cameras and put my cameras over there and record. That event was at the Senior Citizen Building?
Is that, yes, our senior center.
Okay, and are they having an OMA right now?
What is it?
Open Meeting Act?
It's just an event,
Oh, they're taking an event. Do you know what type of event?
a senior citizen event.
Yeah, okay, great. So,
It's an ice cream social.
yeah. So, they're speaking with senior citizens, but is that something like you have to be a member to attend to?
The event has to be registered and it's only for senior citizens.
I hear you, okay, it's no problem.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, we try to make sure that the administration is there to say hi and welcome our
Yeah.
residents, you know. But
Other than that, ma'am, thank you so much for your courteous act. Miss Christina, if you would please consider the things I brought to your attention.
absolutely, and actually, if you don't mind, I would just like to jot down the things that you suggested that we make changes to.
Sure.
So that I can get those corrected.
I thank you, ma'am.
Can you hand me, so, can you hand me a piece of paper and a pen? I'm sorry, please, thank you, and help.
Somebody said she doesn't know about the appointments, but they wasted 20 minutes of your time. Well, we'll talk about that later. Yes, ma'am. So the thing that I was just suggesting is that typically, the residents are on top of your block chart, organizational chart. Would you agree that they are the funder of this entire operation?
Residents are very important,
Yes.
huh?
Okay. And so the other thing, ma'am, is we were looking at section 3.5, which requires the FOIA officer to develop a list of categories of records that shall be furnished immediately. And I think it's missing the advisory capacity boards and commissions, remember? And possibly your
My information on.
village attorney. Well, this is your village attorney, right?
Mhm.
So this information would most likely have to be present with those
On
documents.
those ones as well.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. And just to clarify, ma'am, I am just a private individual, which do you agree that I'm entitled to these records?
As a private, yeah, that's the point of FOIA, right?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
the-
Yes, ma'am.
Is that
Yes,
the
ma'am.
individuals can get the records.
Access to these records,
Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
absolutely. Okay, so village attorney information and then the FOIA officer information.
Yes, ma'am, that's all it. And you know what, let me go ahead and just give you my phone number, if you could have staff reach out to me on their availability.
Okay,
Yeah. My phone number is 773 is a cell phone. Let me go ahead and give you my cell phone number. Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Okay.
And this is the township supervisors who you want me to direct this to? Or is
Yeah,
it-
because the township supervisor is the head of the public body, right?
Sure, I just didn't know if that
Okay,
was
great.
exactly who you wanted to talk to, if it was anyone that was
Usually
available.
the head,
so-
yeah, the head of the public body.
Okay.
There has to be basically like communication about that event. So that's why I'd like to speak with staff, because there had to be some type of internal training or maybe conversation with staff about that event when police were involved a few days ago.
The last week? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's in regard to
Regarding last week.
incident with police involved.
Okay.
Because it's just that short and simple. I came in, asked for the budget. Instead of somebody presenting the budget, they presented police. High five. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're
Have a
very
wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. Have a good day, man. Thank you. All right, I'm shutting off my body cam. So that's all what it entails. You guys see what took place. You guys see what happened. That's the employee. The FOIA officer, she was not here last time. She's seems like a nice employee, you know, courteous, fruitful employee. But at the end of the day, like I said many times, we don't just need niceness, we need compliance. So with that being said, man, thank you for tuning in. I'm on to the next one.